Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Hello, my wonderful friends, and welcome to another episode of Miracle Guidance, the show that intends to offer you the guidance you need to transform your life for better. My name is Dr. Carmen Harra. So happy to be with you tonight, and actually every Tuesday night, 7 p.m., right here on OMTimes Radio. And as you know very well, every show we have different topics, and the topic today is called Everyday Wisdom. How to resolve any problem by using the wisdom that we need so much on the world today. Today I want to help you pass your test, because life is a series of tests. But there is one virtue that can help us pass all the tests of life, all the challenges, and that is called wisdom. Because wisdom allows us to see beyond a burden and envision its solution. Now, problems tend to occur at all time in life, piling up until you feel overwhelmed and frustrated. And I see this every day with every person I'm working with. But like all things in life, they are not permanent. If we apply the right action, any challenge can become a miracle in the making. That's because we always have the power to do two things. And remember those two things. Number one, elevate your perception, and number two, take action. So you're going to change things into your life. You're going to break through all the burdens. You're going to overcome the challenges by elevating the perception about the challenge and taking action to get out of the problem you're in. Because these two things are the foundation for eradicating problems, and they make all the difference in the world. Because when you elevate your perception, you're able to see beyond the problem, to see the road ahead, to see the way, this will change everything in your life. That's like climbing high enough to see what lies ahead of the mountain in front of you. And second, when you take action, you actually take back control. You control things. You need to control things so that things don't control you. You don't allow the problem to control you. Like I said, you stand up to it and confront it without fear. The problem with us is when we get overwhelmed, there's so many negative emotions, especially the emotion of fear. Because this increases your power. These two actions combined make a world of a difference. So in this hour, we will share, and I will share with you every wisdom to help you resolve whatever's going on in your life, whatever problem you might have, because you deserve to live without all these burdens. You deserve to wake up and feel divine joy and not the man-made frustration, because frustration, anger, fear is all man-made. And it is your birthright to wake up feeling joyful and excited and ready to celebrate your life. Now, you know very well we live in a society that makes all kinds of, actually I should say it differently, that places a lot of emphasis on information and little importance on what is called wisdom. Where does this leave us when we experience a personal crisis? That's a big question mark. We might not know how to run a business. We might not know how to drive a car or do our own taxes, but we know how to maintain healthy relationship, how to cure our body naturally, and how to not depend on drug, to overcome a surgery, how to make intuitive decisions in our career. So that's a question mark to all of this. So these answers aren't necessarily found on Google. So if you want to go on Google and find how to do surgery without drugs, I don't think Google has the answer. The wisdom doesn't stem from information from the outside. Wisdom doesn't stem from opinion, or wisdom doesn't stem from Google. We can influence any situation in our favor by tapping into the knowledge that exists within our inner self. It's like saying, God brought us to this problem, but He will bring us through the problem. Remember that your greatest inspiration comes out of moments of desperation, and it's like to say everything, which we always say, everything eventually finds peace. So through that desperation, you become inspired, you create the miracle of life. So it's just so fascinating how through going through a hard time, you actually evolve. Like through going through chaos, you create a new reality, because you need to break through. So what exactly are we supposed to do when we're suddenly faced with an unpleasant reality? The simple answer is that you have to confront your challenges with grace, with awareness, with dignity. Whatever has happened to you and whatever life has thrown at you, you deserve to be happy no matter what. You're not supposed to let your challenges get the best of you. This is not what life is all about. So we are supposed to find solution to our problem. But this can be a tricky thing to do when everything comes at you at once. Arguments, divorce, death, illnesses, lawsuits, family rifts, you name it. It's easy to be overburdened by something like this. But when too many bad things happen, you begin to feel hopeless, like God has abandoned you, like you just won't be able to get out of the negative cycle. So many of you are feeling this way right now, like listening to me. But in this way, you might give in to your challenges and let them sort of suck the joy right out of your life. And we don't want that. That's why I'm doing this show, because under pressure of our problem, our vision tends to get cloudy. It's ironic that we can offer amazing advice for others, but not for ourselves. We feel clueless as what we are supposed to do when we are in a situation like this. So life hands us many challenges, but there are, I will tell you, 12 major challenges to meet and 12 simple wisdom to counterattack them. I'll outline them very shortly, and then I'm going to go and take your course, because I have so many of you with me tonight. It's like my producer used to say, it's a full house. When every single line is busy, when all of you, want to participate to create this show, which I'm very grateful. So let's go through the 12. Why I choose the element of 12. 12 gates of Israel, 12 apostles, 12 months, 12 hours. So 12 has such a meaning in this universe, in the concept of time. 12 plays a significant role. So I should say, for the challenge of relationship, the wisdom is self-healing. When your love life starts to be a problem, go back within yourself and resolve all habits, clean up negative emotion, heal your karma, and resolve indirectly your relationship. For the challenge of resistance, the wisdom is stillness. When doors are not opening, no matter how hard you push, stay still. Reflect until the time is right to act. So remember, for the challenge of resistance, the wisdom is stillness. For the challenge of unworthiness, the wisdom is your personal power. When you feel helpless in a situation, use your power to alter your circumstances. For the challenge of illnesses, the wisdom is forgiveness. When you develop an illness, you must detach from the resentment, from the anger, and you have to heal inside yourself by loving you, by going back to the source of the problem, whatever created this is a disconnect. When you disconnect energetically from the biofield of energy, when there's no alignment in the points of energy, then the whole body, the chemistry gets out of whack, and so that's when the problem with an illness, with a disease will happen. So what is the wisdom? Start forgiving the people who hurt you, everything that went bad, everything that you're not okay with. Forgive, detach, remove yourself, and heal from inside out. For the challenge of a crisis, which we have so many crises, the wisdom is endurance. When you experience a crisis, rely on your endurance to pull you through it. And I want to tell you, you might be tougher than you think when it comes to pulling through a crisis. For the challenge of betrayal, the wisdom is humor. Okay, you've been betrayed? Find the humor behind it to rise above. Learn how to take things not seriously. You might say, how can I be humorous about, okay, I've been cheated, I've been betrayed, I've been lied, well, guess what? You know, I look at it from the outside world, I look at it with the smile on the face that says, this is not going to get me. You know, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to smile about it, and this is the way I'm going to be able to break through. For the challenge of lack of money, lack of what you need, the wisdom is sacrifice, because when you don't have what you want, don't be afraid, and continue to do the good for others. Continue sometimes to sacrifice, to be the good, honorable person that we all are supposed to be in this world. For the challenge of confusion, if you're confused, what is the wisdom? The wisdom is intuition. When you are confused, revert back to your intuitive mind and go, and will take you right on your path. Because intuition never lies. People will lie to you, but your own intuition will never, 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 never lie to you. For the challenge of complication, when your life is complicated, go back to the origins. That's the wisdom. When things get too messed up, too complicated, go back to the beginning, because your solution is there at the beginning. Anytime something goes wrong, go back to the beginning. Change the story of your life by going back to where it already originated. For the challenge of anxiety, depression, what is the wisdom? Empathy. When you feel anxious, depressed, show empathy to other people, and immediately that depression is like lifted away. Believe it or not, but it's so true. Try it. For the challenge of loss, you lost the people you love, the wisdom is gratitude. When you lost something or someone, show gratitude for your other blessing, because you have plenty. Don't get stuck in that pain, you know, because everybody has their own path, and probably was their time to go, or probably you had to lose something that might be material. So be grateful for whatever else you have into your life. Express gratitude, because gratitude, it's a feeling that's going to help you heal. Most powerful, I think, of all is actually, at the end of the day, is gratitude. And for the challenge of change, the wisdom is evolution. When things begin to change, choose to learn your lesson and evolve. Choose to rise above things. So these are the 12 challenges, and I will immediately teach you how to implement them and defeat any negativity. Remember that you are your own catalyst of your own impediment. The choice is yours to make. Always remember that. Here is where everything is so powerful, when the choice is actually yours to make. But before I go into practical strategies for meeting challenges, because each of us is in continuous state of change and evolution, and actually all humanity is currently undergoing a great transition. But we have our personal lives, you know, that are so important, and struggle will always be part of the human condition. And we want to prevent unnecessary suffering for ourselves, for others, and create the harmony and the fulfillment that we all deserve. However, if we resist the challenges, we will get stuck repeating the same behavior, the same thoughts, the same emotional pattern that they have always caused us pain. And you will become stagnant and feel you are, in the same scenes, the same scenario over and over, because you cannot seem to get through that. So we can prevent bringing on more pain if we face our challenges, but we can be courageous and without fear, and that will change definitely the outcome. Change doesn't happen because we think I should change someday. It happens when you take action every day to meet your challenges. Remember that change doesn't happen because you just think about change. It's something that comes with your participation. And your participation makes you meet your challenges, and this is the way you transform through the experience. But there's so much to talk to you, and I have so many of you online. And I'm going to go and see who's first. And I think I haven't talked for a while to Kim from Florida. Hi, my lovely Kim. How are you, my dear?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. Can you speak a little bit louder?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you better. How are you, my beautiful Kim?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to hear your voice. It's been a while.
Right.
Two quick questions. I was seeing that man Andrew for a while. He's been going through some emotional stuff. Yeah, but nothing serious. But it's been coming up to about a year now, and he's been going through some emotional stuff. He's been nothing but honest. And I just wanted to know your thoughts on this. Like, is he truly being honest with his feelings? He says there'll be something soon. He's just trying to take care of a few things with finalizing, like a divorce. He's a doctor, so there's been some financial situations going on with that. And I just wanted to know what his true intentions are with me. Is there going to be like some kind of commitment coming up, or am I kind of just still like lingering?
Do you see this relationship improving? Do you see moving the energy in some clear direction? Do you see him communicating better, treating you very well? What do you see in terms of the way he relates to you, the way he's expressing himself towards you?
Well, it's definitely he definitely expresses himself more than he has, right. And he just seems to be very I don't know. He just seems to just be. We are moving forward. It's just way slower than I thought. And I just want. You had told me to hold on and you give him a shot, and that was a few months ago. And right. I am. I'm not saying a lot of things have changed from then, but he's got stuff going on, and I just I don't know.
Stuff going on. I agree, but when it comes to the relationship with him and you should slowly, in a month or 2 or 3, you should start to see that communication is improving. He's treating you much better. He's giving you flowers. He's inviting you places. So it becomes more consistent. So my question is that something you see?
No, I'm not seeing that.
Okay.
He says give him a few more months and he'll be there. He just needs to settle his divorce, and it's just been a little bit rough.
I do like for you this situation with this person. I feel good about it. I feel you need this. I feel you need someone like him in your life. I feel this can grow into something very good. But your test here, your challenges is to have the wisdom to participate in improving this relationship every single day, making it better and better and better. And on the other hand, in understanding that this relationship is supposed to become more powerful as the time goes by, and kind of challenge him whether he really wants commitment or not. Have that discussion with him from time. What does he really want? If he really is serious about being with you or not.
Yeah, he said
okay to ask
give
him things.
Last week he said that it's just a matter of time. He said he just wants his divorce to finally go through. I mean, do you see him getting divorced? You see this?
Yeah, I see him getting divorced. Absolutely, I see him getting divorced.
Okay,
yeah.
And is he? And
I think it's something he wants for quite a while. This man wants to divorce. Of course, a divorce is not an easy thing, in many cases. So for him, it's not easy. But
well, then he was also had a girlfriend. He had a girlfriend, and when I started to hang out with him as friends, he had just broken up with her, and it was a disappointment of a relationship. So that's also something emotionally he's going through. So do you feel him seeing him hung up on her as well? I'm just confused here.
Right. So, but
do you think he's still hung up on the ex-girlfriend? Do you think he's still hung up on the girlfriend?
I have a feeling, intuitively speaking, I don't have a sense that he's still with that person.
No, I know he's not, but is he hung up on her? Like, is he still hurting and healing from all of that? It's been a year.
If he's healing, you're a healing force from that perspective. So you're good in his life because you help him heal.
Okay. So what do you see this movie? You see him coming forward anytime soon to move forward in this? Take it to the next level?
He should. He definitely should. So that's why this is our goal. Your goal is this. You want him to, you want to see a change in him. You want to see him doing the right thing towards you.
But do you see it actually happening? Or am I kind of really...
No, I see this really happening. And give yourself a frame of times and say, okay, from now on, in the next 3-4 months, I'm watching this relationship. I'm becoming an observer. I want to see where I'm going. If I see things really unfolding, moving in the right direction, me getting better, eventually moving with him, eventually traveling with him, eventually I see him doing a lot of stuff for me, then I start to, initiate even more and construct even more and make this be the right thing for myself.
All right. So you think I'm on the right track and that I should still...
I feel you are on the right track, yeah. But
all right, that's what I want to know.
Pressure on him. Just let it come organically, but follow this day by day so that you see a progress.
All right. Do you have any idea what kind of time frame that he might take it to the next level? I mean, it's been a year. I think I've been patient.
Well, don't put a timeline on this, because sometimes you wait even way longer, to get where you want.
No, I know. I was just curious.
It's okay. It's not that bad. Like, it's not bad. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So I'm not wasting my time.
You're not. No.
Do you think like in the next month or two?
Yeah. It might be a month or two. It might be 4 months. But it's relatively quickly. All right, my lovely Kim. So,
okay. Thank you so much, Carmen.
Talk again.
I thank you. Appreciate it. Good to talk with you. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Okay, my love.
Okay.
So, I want to see who's next. And I think I have Evelyn. Hi, Evelyn. How are you, my dear?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, you're so sweet. So I'm so excited to talk to you. Is this your first time calling the show?
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm excited. So let me see. Well, what can I do for you? What it is that you are interested to look into, to get a perspective, any kind of an advice that you might need? Just feel free to ask.
Career change. I'm looking into career change. I'm being a little bit indecisive on what I need to do.
Well, I feel like this career change is very necessary in the last 7 months. Especially lately, you feel like, yes, I need to do something else or move to a different place or some. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
So I feel like it's becoming imminent. It's something you cannot put on hold. It's like something so necessary. And I like the new environment. It's way better. I don't know why seeing you working with a lot of people. What is exactly that you do?
Well, I'm in retail, in a grocery store environment. In retail.
Well, when you're in a grocery, you work with a lot of people because I see you surrounded by a lot of people. But even in the next step forward in taking like a different kind of job, it's still working. You know what I mean? It's still working with new. It's still the same thing. It's opening doors, to a new way of relating around you, to new people in your life. You understand? So I love it more. The new perspective, the new possibility, I feel is even more stable. It might even pay more. Yeah.
Well, I need them to pay more. That's the beginning of it.
Absolutely. That is going to happen. Yeah. Definitely going to happen. Yeah.
So you don't see me doing an at-home job? Because I was thinking of doing something from home. If I
It's
could.
an option, but if you go that way, I feel like you might not be so happy. Like you want that movement, you want to get out of the home. It's gonna feel like you suffocate yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
In time, you'll feel, no, I need the human contact. I need to get out. I need to speak with people. I need to. It's exactly what I said. I see you in an environment with a lot of people. Working from home can be temporary.
Okay.
Not necessarily long terms. But it's definitely for your own good.
Okay.
It's like you go to a place and meet a lot of interesting people, influential people, and they can help you in so many ways.
Okay. So, I guess I was
Do you also intend to move from the area that you live in?
Well, that's kind of a little bit why I'm kind of hesitant on what I'm going to do, because that's what I was kind of looking at home job, was because then I can take it wherever I go. Because eventually I have, I'll say, I live on the west side, and my kids live on the east side, and I have a grandson, so it's like, in order to be closer to them, I know I'm going to be the one that would have to change my location.
That's true. That's correct. Right.
So that's where I'm kind of hesitant on what to do, when to do it. Even though I can hardly handle where I'm at right now, I'm always so annoyed, I guess the word would be. So
yeah, the energy, the environment is not healthy for you anymore.
Mm.
It's not necessarily a particular person. It's the vibration energy of the place.
Right, exactly.
It's like when you go to a place and immediately you start to feel uncomfortable, like you're not at home. This is not a place you want to be in.
Right.
You start to feel this way. It's almost like somebody's pushing you out. Like you, by all means, you feel like, I need to run away from this place. I'm not happy here anymore. It's not for me.
Yeah, I'm struggling just to want to be there now.
Right, yeah.
So that's where my indecision comes in. Should I
and who has a name like...
the other side of the... Eventually, maybe in a year or so. I don't know when. Do you see a time frame?
What did you say, that you want to go in a year? I didn't hear you.
I was going to say, did you see a time frame of me going from this side of town to the other side?
Yeah, probably in the next 4 to 8 months.
Okay.
I should say that definitely in 8 months you know where you are. I get a name in my head. Who's Carol, Kathy? Who has a CK name?
I mean, I have a friend, Kathy, but she's nowhere near me. But other than that, nothing's ringing a bell.
This is somebody you will be working with in the future. There's a person, brown hair, to the shoulder, very pretty big eyes. There's someone younger, I think, youngish looking. I should say younger than you. Somebody who will help you. That has something to do with your work. If you don't know how it is, you will know. You'll know.
Nothing ringing a bell right now, but you never know.
It might not right away, but that one of the reasons you call is for me to unveil something to you that will help you understand the message overall. But I can promise you that things will get better. So if you get this new job, which you will, you'll feel like things are better. Everything is better.
I'm just going to reiterate this just a little bit. I don't want to sound annoying, but do you think I should do the at-home job first, get that going, so that if I do move, I still have, I need the money, so I need an income. So do you think that's my stepping stone?
That seems to be okay.
I know I got to get out of the environment I'm in.
Yes. I think the moment you get out of the environment, you will feel like, oh, I can breathe, I can think differently. My my brain was foggy. You have that feeling over there. Sorry?
I'm tired all the time, and I think it's from the job.
Of course. Yeah. You know, the problem, you feel very stressed over there, and the stress is killing the cells in the brain. And that's when people start at an early age to lose memory. Their brain becomes foggy. You can't concentrate anymore. This is always associated with depression, all kinds of mental problems. It's coming from here. So, yes, but I really feel like you are breaking through, and it's like taking a decision to move in this into this kind of a new opportunity. You'll be very happy. Very happy.
Okay, and in the next couple months, 4 months, 5 months, what did you say? I didn't remember hearing you.
Something like that, approximately. It's hard to, it's almost like impossible to know precisely, but I don't think this is going to take more than like a number of months from now.
Okay.
When are you born, the day and the month of your birthday, not the year?
9/26.
Okay, so you're very young. So, but which is the month and the day?
I was born September 26th.
September 26th, okay. Hold on. From September, I don't think this is actually going to happen before September, my opinion. But it's going to happen right around September. It might be probably a little bit earlier than your birthday or right after.
Okay.
So this major change happens in your life anything between end of August all the way down to the end of the year.
Okay.
Just to stretch the time, approximately. And I have a very clear man that I think you'll be working with, that his name is like David, or D. It has a D name.
Okay. I'll
keep it. Man wears glasses. I see who you've been working with. But it's an environment with a lot of people and a lot of women. But it's a good environment.
Oh, okay.
And yes, you can work from home, partially being at home, but still being at work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep my vision open towards that kind of
that's
arena.
exactly it. Envision it and keep the mind open and believe in the vision and translate it into your own reality.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I was just kind of seeing it, because if I move to the east side, it kind of makes things a little bit like, so I put certain things on hold and wait till I make that transition, or start the just look for the new job now, and when I make that transition,
start to look for the new job, but allow yourself to go slowly to transition. Don't force the transition. It's going to come on its own. It's really coming.
Okay. It'll come.
All right, so but feel free to call. Yeah, feel free to call the show anytime you want.
Okay, very good.
So we can track the progress, so we see where you are in 2 months, in 3 months, in 7 months from now.
Okay, sounds good. I'll call back in a couple months.
Okay, my love. Thank you so much for calling me. I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to go back to Valerie, then Leilani, then Jessica from New York. Thank you for calling me. So we'll take a short break. We'll be back in a minute.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM-FM. Host your show on IOM-FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM-FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me The Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
You came across someone struggling with hunger. How would you recognize them? Would you notice an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for
summer break because she may not be having lunch again until September?
Or a war veteran who's having a hard time
landing a job and getting back on his feet?
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And I'm back. I'm so excited today to talk about your challenges, how to overcome them, access the power within yourself. And I'm going to go straight right now to Valerie. Hi, Valerie. How are you, my dear?
Hi, Carmen. How are you?
So good to hear your voice. How can I help? Do you resonate with this topic?
I do. I cut my middle finger today.
You cut what?
My middle finger.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How could you do that?
I didn't cut it off, but I cut it. I was trimming the hedges. But I put on hydrogen peroxide, sprayed it, and I also put silver gel on it.
Right.
And I just want to see how you see that going.
No, it's going to go very well. You know, sometimes.
Okay.
Did the blood stop?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's very important.
Yeah.
Does it hurt very much?
No, it didn't, actually.
No, yeah. Because it all, you never know when you touch a nerve or which area, you know, but if it's not that painful, that is going to heal. It's going to heal perfectly.
Okay, you think maybe in a week or so?
Yeah, in a week, in 10 days. It's definitely going to heal.
Okay, so no infection or anything. I think I got all that out.
No. And you can use those, you know, so there are some creams, and they call a triple antibiotic ointment with pain relief. So what it does, it has, did you try those?
No, I didn't. I could probably go ahead and do that as well.
Go get them. They're like $3 everywhere at CVS, and they're extremely efficient because they have the antibiotic, and they will immediately, the pain goes away. It prevents an infection, very local, and the healing process will happen way faster.
Okay, because I was hoping I didn't have to go get stitches or anything like that.
No, not at all. No stitches, no.
Okay.
That's
now,
why the first thing that I ask you if there's still bleeding or not, and if there isn't, then you're good.
Okay. My birthday is this month as well, so I want to see if you're seeing the partner come in or something.
Okay, when is your birthday?
5/25.
5/25, happy birthday.
Thank you.
So, hold on. Yes, you have a new beginning, so that's pretty good. So that's when I think your partner will come in. I think you might meet your partner anytime between June, middle of June, end of June, all the way down to October. You meet someone who's around your age, not extremely tall, very good person. You know, somebody who's good. You always feel people that have good intention towards you. And you really like this person. He's somebody you've been waiting for quite a while. Are you alone in the last 5 years?
Oh, yeah, more than 5. Yeah.
More. I'm just saying. I just took the last 5. Because usually, you know, you took the last 5, then you took the last 12. So it's either 5 or 12. Is it more than 12?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So then we add another 9, and then we reach 20. Is it more than 20?
No.
No. So you see, it's like life goes in specific cycles of life. And what I really think is going on here, we have to see when exactly, you know, things started to go probably the wrong way, or you felt like you're on your own. And it can take a while. It's not that, okay, I'm finding somebody else tomorrow. But in your case, this is the time. You're at the beginning of a new, it's a new moment in your life, like a new chapter in the book of your life is opening as we speak. So, because your birthday is right around the corner. Sorry?
And will my health be good too, as well?
Yes, your health improves too, a lot. a lot. Your health is not as bad as you are thought or as you think, so yeah, just be aware that your health is not that bad.
Okay, because I'm taking the krill oil that you spoke about.
That's so good. That's so good for circulation, extremely good for the blood pressure. What is exactly, tell me exactly what else is bothering you.
Well, I had a pain in my right thigh the other day, but it just came and went. Maybe a couple of and it went away. Mm-hmm. And I just want to make sure that my arteries and veins are clear, because I definitely don't want a stroke or a heart attack for sure.
No, if you take krill oil, you'll never have a stroke, that's for sure. If you take it on a regular basis, the high concentrate, that. And you know what also helps a lot? It's something called L-arginine. It's a neurotransmitter. L-arginine. I'll text you. If you send me a text on my phone, I'll send you. Buy that and take one a day. It's natural. It's a neurotransmitter, and it has the property to enlarge the vessel. And for people, especially with blood pressure, arginine helps people to lower their blood pressure. Extremely efficient. Do you feel any memory loss?
No, not yet.
No,
but
so
I do have a buzzing. I have a buzzing in my left ear.
Okay, because the only reason I'm asking you this, because usually when people start to have a blood pressure problem, their mind becomes kind of foggy. They have less energy, and I would have recommended something else that I recommend anyhow. That is called Bacopa. Bacopa is very good for anxiety. Is extremely good for memory. I mean, for anybody who should have that kind of a strong memory in their 80s, 90s, because it can be achieved. You don't have to be a victim of aging, And the studies of Harvard, they show actually that if you take the specific supplements, they help those cells in the brain that actually die. Because if you are in danger of a stroke, a lot of cells in the brain will die, and consequently, one day you will wake up with less awareness, less perception, less cognitive perception, And
I don't want to.
So in order to prevent, I believe in preventing medicine. I feel like you should take a natural product that's called Bacopa to empower, to make the cells in the brain, be more energized.
What is it called?
Bacopa, the way you hear it.
Can you spell?
Bacopa, Bacopa. Bacopa is, if you find it on Amazon, it's like $9, $10. They're so extremely efficient for the people who are in a danger of a vascular problem, or people who want to relax, feel better overall. So these are natural stuff that you can't go wrong by taking them.
What? Now, do you see where it would help the vibrations in my left ear?
Yes, will help you. Absolutely. Definitely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you don't see anything going on in my throat area, do you?
No. No way. No. No, you're good. You're good. Overall, you're good, and you will be even better,
Okay. So go and get the antibiotic cream you said for the cut?
Absolutely use that, because that's so efficient. It's local. You can't go wrong with that, because you prevent an infection, and it calms down any kind of a pain that you might have with probably you touch on the nerve. You never know. But if you use that, that's going to be efficient in so many ways.
Right. Oh, well, this is all good news, and I thank you. You alleviate a lot of anxiety when you tell me these things.
Good. We don't need anxiety. And talking about anxiety, Bacopa is that kind of a natural plant that will fight anxiety in probably the most efficient way,
Okay. Yeah,
because anxiety sometimes comes from the cells in the brain that are starving. In many ways, we don't eat the right type of food, and We don't give the brain what the brain needs. And that's why sometimes the cells starve, and then we start to see all kinds of memory losses, anxiety, bipolar, all kinds of symptoms that have to do with your mental health. But they do come. Sorry?
Do you know what's causing the vibration in my ear?
There's an inflammatory process in your ear. There's an inflammation. And when there's an inflammation, then there's pain, and the ear will always manifest by the ringing. That's when the ear says, "Hey, I have a problem."
Yeah, it's a low vibration. It's a low vibration sound. And I thought, well, I'm taking things for inflammation, but it doesn't appear to be helping the ear.
Probably you have to combine with some of the other things that I'm telling you to take,
Okay. All right, Carmen. Thank you, and I'll call you again when that guy shows up.
Anytime, my love, I'm here for you. I love you. Okay,
I love you too. Thank you, Carmen.
Okay, sweetheart. Okay, I'm going to go to Jessica, New York, who calls me from the same time. Hi, lovely Jessica. Thank you so much for being part of my show.
Oh, hi, Carmen. It's so nice to speak with you again. I actually spoke to you.
Oh, you did? You did?
Yes, during your conference.
Oh, at the conference, yeah, because my producer thought, oh, Jessica, she's calling for the first time. But if you've been part of my conference, I'm very grateful for that.
Yes, and this is my first time calling into the show. So thank you for taking my call.
Tell me, Jessica, have you been on my events and a conference? You kind of know how I work. Is there anything tonight that you want me to help you with?
So when I had a chance to speak with you briefly during the conference, I was talking to you about my career and kind of this new career path I'm on, and I've been struggling with. I love it, but I've been struggling with it. And you had mentioned that you saw things maybe starting to work out in November through 2024. I was just curious if you think I should get another part-time job in between, or just keep grinding it out. I mean, I don't want to get another job because I love what I do. I'm struggling with it. It's not quite there yet financially, and so it can be very emotional. And today was one of those days where I was like, oh, I felt like I was going to have a breakdown. And so
dissatisfaction of things are not moving your way. What are the feelings that you have?
Yes, that things just aren't. I feel like I'm close, but things just kind of aren't flowing, and I get very frustrated with myself. And
but is there anybody at work frustrating you? Anybody at work who's not, working with you in harmony, or somebody there who's not really a good energy for you?
Well, I work for myself.
Right.
So I work from home. So it's and I don't really deal with any clients. I deal with the financial markets, with trading. So it's a lot of.
That's a good career. That's a good career. Right.
And so it can be very rewarding, and it can also tear you apart at the same time, especially if you have a bad day.
It's a lot of effort, and it's like this trade. You can even be phenomenally, or you can lose. It's the two opposites. Yeah, but I see you like a big winner. I think you know very well what you're doing when you're doing this. And I feel like you should never stop trading. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does. And I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, even, I said, I'm going to continue to do this, forever, just because I love it. And it's really not even about necessarily the money. I mean, I love making the money, but it's more about the process and everything about it I really love, and the excitement every day of something new. It's just, I'm just trying to get a little bit more consistent with the flow of money, and I just wasn't sure if I should try to get a part-time job or keep grinding it out. I just feel very torn on what I should do.
I think if you really want a part-time job, you certainly can, but that's going to be for a very short period of time. I think you can build on your career in the month ahead, I see you coming up with the, like almost adding up to the idea, to the concept, and making things way better for yourself. It's the presentation of everything you do that seems to improve. It's almost like the more you dig into and spend time in researching your own work, the more you can come up with a better idea, more brilliant idea. I don't know if you agree, but I feel like, yes, you are expanding. And
yes, no, it makes sense.
Relatively quickly. So either you take a job, just a temporary thing to make extra money, or even if you don't, the situation is still the same. I agree with you. I don't know if I'll really take a job. Probably I'll take a job for the fun of it for a month or 2 or 3 just to see how I feel, or just to meet people, but not to stay. Because that's definitely not you. You need to be on your own. You need to be independent.
Yes, and anytime I've tried, doing other things, all I do is think about like trading and wanting to be home doing that instead.
Exactly. And that you can do for home. That you can certainly do from home.
Yes.
And you actually work better if you're on the comfort zone in your own territory, The level of the mental clarity, the concentration is better in your own environment.
Right, I agree. Okay.
But I see you succeeding. I see you really, you're going to hit the jackpot. I'm convinced of this, I feel that
that's what I keep telling myself.
There's a specific, thing that you're going to beat on, or, there's something that I don't know how to explain exactly what it is. I don't know the full details, but I do see that you succeed big time. At some point, there's a door that opens in your mind, and you just play on that particular stock, and that will bring you the money. That you should envision that. You should envision that money coming to you, because you will be able to bring that in your life. And I feel like you need that. And I feel that if you get that big amount of money, you might expand down different direction. You can build other things, but you are going to be very happy with the outcome. I'm convinced you're going to call me and tell me about this.
Oh, good. Well, I just a little testimonial to everyone listening. I was the one I saw you 20 years ago when I was very young in New York City, and you had told me all these things. And I'm telling you, so many of everything that I can remember that you had told me came true. So, I mean, you're incredible. So, it's so nice to talk to you again. And
just feel free to call me anytime you want. Call on the radio all the time. Anytime you're in a mood, let's chit chat, because the energy is good. You get more information. Anytime we tap into something, there's more things are coming through.
Okay. And so you're still feeling like within the next year or the fall that things should start clicking?
100%. They're going to click big time. Absolutely.
Okay.
And I see two initials, an S and a G or a J. So look for those initials. They might have to do with the name of a stock. They might have to do with somebody helping you. I also picture a gentleman who's gray hair, with wearing glasses. I don't know what role he will play into your life, but definitely an influential one. So open the door to like in a way, a new beginning. Allow more people to come into your life as catalysts for your career.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time, Carmen. I really appreciate you.
I love you, my Jessica. I appreciate you more. And I'm going to go now, I think, to Susan. Hi, Susan. How are you, my love?
Hi, Carmen.
Hi, beautiful Susan. How are you, my love?
Good. Hey, thank you for taking my call real quick. I had a job interview yesterday, and I feel like it was
and how was it? Can you speak a little bit louder?
I feel like the job went pretty well, the interview.
No, it did. It went very well, and the people really, really liked you.
Yeah, I really like them too. So, do you think that that's the job for me for the future?
Yes. I really feel good about this. Just don't be hesitant. Just go for it. Believe in it. And I feel it's gonna be an environment that you're gonna like. You will be very welcome there. People will you like everybody there. It's gonna be really good.
Okay, thank you.
You haven't had such a good opportunity in quite for a while.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it felt like it was going really well yesterday, so I was excited.
No, it's really, really, probably even a little bit better than you thought. You know, when you have that excitement, say, I was waiting for this. This is really happening to me.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing really quick is, you know, I have stomach issues when I eat fatty food.
So, unfortunately, Susan, I'm at the end of the show. Write me if you want, call me next week. But I'm excited for the new opportunity for you. I love you very much, and I love all of you with all my heart. And thank you so much for listening. And especially, I'm glad anytime you call in, because this is a call-in show. Carmen Harra, I'll be with you next week, same place and time, OMTime Radio. And thank you to my wonderful Christopher. I love all of you. Thank you, Susan. And to all of you, thank you for calling me. Much love and gratitude.